Welcome back to the Corner Perspective. Hi, I'm Bruce Spangler, CEO of the Volunteer Ministry Center. Located at the corner of Broadway and Fifth Avenue, the Volunteer Ministry Center is committed to ending and preventing homelessness in our community. Today I am joined by Mike Dunthorn with the City of Knoxville, but on the Office on Homelessness. Mike, thank you for joining me today.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, always glad to have you. I mean, the Office on Homelessness is doing some very powerful things in our community. Can you share some of those things that y'all are doing relative to homelessness?
Well, my office's biggest role is simply trying to facilitate the work that VMC and its partners in the community are doing together, and trying to help make sure we keep our focus on the long-term solutions. We want to address the immediate needs of folks, but we really want to keep our focus on the long-term solutions to prevent, reduce, and end homelessness in the community.
Right. So as a role as a facilitator, I mean, you really kind of have a bird's eye view of the perspective of how we're working together, how the pieces work together, but most importantly, as you say, the permanent solutions. Mm-hmm. Since you've kind of had that kind of perspective as well as that role of facilitator, what changes have you seen in our community?
Well, I guess I've been at it for a long time, so there have been some, I think, really fantastic changes, certainly in what VMC's got going here, with your building here, with Manvilla Manor, with Flanagan Landing in South Knoxville, veterans housing that Helen Ross McNabb has built. And so we're doing a lot more in the community to make sure that there is permanent housing, supportive housing for people who need that additional help to stay housed, and that we're doing more to use the housing first model to get people off the streets into housing as quickly as possible.
And housing first is a best practice that has some great evidence to its effectiveness,
exactly.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that you see from your city?
Well, the challenges, the biggest challenge is always resources. We need funding to do the things that we need to do. We need people in the community to volunteer, but to volunteer to help with the things that we're trying collectively to do. I have a lot of conversations with people in the community, simply trying to help them find you and others so that when they have something in their heart to help folks, that they're not just doing it alone, independently, and not connecting the dots and putting things together to help people.
Right.
Long term.
So, I mean, so you do a great role of interpreting that to the community. And as a facilitator, I mean, you really have brought us to a common table. The mayor has a round table on homelessness.
The mayor's round table on homelessness, that is built into our community plan to address homelessness. And Mayor O'Hara chairs that meeting quarterly to bring the leadership level folks from ministries and agencies that deal with this issue together to talk about the current projects that we're working on, and ultimately to be accountable to one another. And the mayor gets this issue and has been committed to it, and so having her there helps bring the right folks to the table to build that accountability.
Well, I always tout the leadership of Mayor O'Hara and you, Mike, in terms of the way of which you kind of help bring a public perspective to the issue of homelessness. And I'm grateful and thankful for you joining with me today for this Corner Perspective.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Good, good. Well, I hope that you'll join us next time on the Corner Perspective, and we will see you then.